All right. I'm going to try to get my microphone working best here. And I just need to make sure I get the volume set correctly. I got to change it for every game, so I'm going to disable copyrighted music and bring the music down. Well, we'll see how well it works. All right, we're going to bring these all down to roughly 40. Should still give us some good audio. Radio volume for the car. That should be good. Put it at 50. All right. So 35 is usually a good number for streaming. We will leave subtitles on. And that should do. All right, this should let me keep the volume up. There is some music, some audio, but here we are. So, let's see what we can find. Interesting fashion there. All sorts of combination there. He's got a hoodie on, and then all sorts of. He's got a sweater on. Yeah, sure. I must keep you warm, huh? Everything okay? Need any help? Donation? Let's see who I'm talking to here. Oh, a seasoned thug. Sure, man. She's got a gun on her. I don't know exactly what that is. What is it that I'm looking at there? Let's go over here. Zoom down. Kind of a stem or get this off of here. Let's zoom in there. Looks like a Militech something. Let's take off a depth of field. My camera is bumping into another character. I'm not quite sure what that is. My camera on here. Definitely something from Militech. Alright, excuse me. Thank you, seasoned thug. Gangoon. That's a really great name, Gangoon. And then another Gangoon. Yeah, I don't think that it's the best idea to have picking up cars as a mission when all you are literally doing is going and picking up that car. The should have just had a open lot where you could go and pick up these cars. All right, so that probably means that there's tiger claws around here because there's motorcycles parked.
Hey, fuck off, okay?
Oh, Valentino's. Sure, I guess.
Leave me alone, yeah?
I don't think I'm going to be able to grab these.
Appreciate it, sister.
Oh, run! I do not have the power for this. Whoa. Oh. Watch it when you cross the road. Probably going to get myself shot up. So when so the way that I played this round of Cyberpunk is I was going for a solo build. So I was putting my build points into body, reflexes, and cool. Um, Again, I'm going off of the strategy guide to kind of help me with this. So I'm in the reference and analysis section. So I was doing priority attributes, body, reflexes, and cool. It says the principle here is simple. You develop all combat-related abilities to their fullest. High speed, mobility, and reaction times. Solid defense capabilities through a combination of high health, evasion, and damage resistance. So that's what I've essentially been doing, is just been building up here. And so I apologize for these reload times. On the PlayStation 5, reload times since 1.2 update have doubled. So I hope in the next gen update that those reload times, and I don't see how they're going to get shorter because they're going to be adding more assets, I hope, and more textures, better textures. But anyway, I had been investing in my character. So see, I've got like 11 reflexes, body, annihilation, athletics. So I've been investing, and I was doing really good with getting around into the map. So I would go up here into Watson, and you can see like I've cleared out pretty much everything job-wise. Open world, like I've got maybe one here. You see all these other ones. So as soon as the game started, before Watson was even unlocked, because they had these bridges here that were all unlocked down, right? And this is before I even did the Konpeki Plaza. Konpeki Plaza is over here. Get Konpeki Plaza into... I got to get my bearings again. Konpeki Plaza. Konpeki Plaza, where are you at? Anyway, I've forgotten where Konpeki Plaza is on the map. Shame on me. Keep thinking it's like down here at the end. Keep thinking it's this building. I'm probably wrong. But anyway, before I did the Konpeki Plaza mission and where Jackie dies, I cleared out Watson. And like I've got a level 16, I'm 32, and fighting gangs and everything weren't all that difficult. All right, so I mean the gangs that are primarily there are Maelstrom. So now I'm in this new area here, and maybe this is intentional, but the enemies are 10 times harder. I used to be able to take enemies out almost instantly with shotguns, all sorts of stuff. But now they've got so much resistance. Like they're barely even taking any damage, and they get almost one-hit kills on me. And this only started after I completed the Konpeki Plaza mission. So it's almost as if V has become weaker, or they've reset my stats somehow, or I'm not sure exactly what it is, but I feel substantially weaker than the hours and hours that I put in doing all those other missions and investing perk points. And now I can, like right there, I just shot and I'm primarily built for shotgun, in your face. I mean, I'm doing I have a solo build. I feel like the time that I put in, and again, I apologize for the load times. Load times are atrocious since 1.2. I thought this SSD I'm playing on a PlayStation 5, by the way. Playing on a PlayStation 5, and the load times are atrocious suddenly. They were twice as fast before 1.2. So now I have less of a desire to try to take risk, because I was doing really, really well, but it seems to have changed drastically. And I feel like maybe V's capabilities get chopped in half or reset whenever you do that Konpeki Plaza mission, because the Konpeki Plaza mission is essentially what kind of sends you into Dexter Deshawn. Dexter Deshawn shoots you, and then you get picked up. And I don't know, reset. But I mean, here I'll go back over here. Go to my character. I think reflexes give me shotgun, or One of these gives me shotguns. Annihilation. Okay, so shotguns. Like, I'm level 3. On shotguns and light machine guns deal 10% more damage. I'm maxed out. Reduces reload time of shotguns and light machine guns. Increases crit chance with shotguns and light machine guns by 10%. Like, I've invested in those. Like, I'm not 100% invested. I mean, I'm still only like a level 16. And you can go up to, I think, what is it, level 50? I mean, again, I'm replaying. This is the third time I've played the game. I've said this in previous streams, but I feel like all that time that I spent up here in Watson, you know, trying to progress the game that I wanted to progress, it feels like all the strength that I had here, like I was essentially unstoppable, an unstoppable solo, you know, at that stage in the game. But as soon as I moved over here, then it seems like all these enemies in here are 10 times harder. And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. It's just I got used to being really, really powerful. Let's go in here and see if I can do anything in here. This is something I normally wouldn't really care about. Like I could do some damage here. Like, look at that. I'm doing almost nothing. And they're doing like one hit. Oh, I'm almost dead. Like, look how much damage they're taking out of me, and they've killed me. Something is extremely wrong here. And while I normally try to do an hour-long stream, it almost makes me feel like I'm not really up for playing right now, because I think there's a bug there that has reset these capabilities. So what was the point of me putting... I think I'll have to look at my save time, like how many hours I have into this game. But I'm feeling a little let down because I spent all that time. And maybe I'll just have to do a couple of missions, but those gang members, I just shot them 3 times and I took out a sliver of their energy. When before I was taking huge chunks out of their health. Like his bounty class is extremely high. Wow. Wait a second. Okay, I have never seen bounty classes this high. Maybe this is telling me I need to go do something else? I've never seen bounty classes so high. Wow. Alright, so I'm gonna back off here. I think maybe the game is expecting me to do some other kind of mission. Okay, I've never seen bounty classes that high ever in Cyberpunk. Especially for like the street gangs, the gangs that are just sort of hanging out. Jeez. Alright, so are these gang members too? Yeah, look at that bounty class. These are just thugs hanging out in the street. They're usually like maybe 1 or 2. Why are they so high? What is going on? Like, literally, these are just like, minuscule thugs. And they have a 5-star. 240. Wow. Okay. Nice bike. Jason Northman. Okay, I'm here in Night City. Where's our little pig cut loose? Where's our little B, the pig's cut loose? Snitch says he's in witness protection. Cook in some diner or some S. District's called Vista del Rey. Find Matterhorn Swiss. He likes to take a puff break nearby. Just don't come straight at him. Doesn't look like all that. Just don't come straight at him. Doesn't look like all that, but he's still a solo. Seriously, why a effing cook? Who wants to flip burgers for the rest of their life? F if I know. Maybe drowns his sorrow in bacon grease. Anyway, don't underestimate him. Ride in on your arch, unload a mag, and delta the F out of there. No showing off. Shut the F up already. I ain't scared of traitors. And it looks like you got owned. Nice. Arch motorcycle. So I know there's a couple rounds of DLC that's supposed to be coming. I know that the next gen update should be dropping in the next 2 months. At least that was their original plan. They've taken their roadmap timeline away, and they've just said 2021. So again, that could be any time this year. It's not specifically spelled out anymore, based on their previous statements. But I am looking forward to it. I do enjoy the game. There's just some different things going on that I'm not 100% used to. Anyway, so total of hours played on this particular build. See, I think I was on this one right here. Nope. 45. I don't know why that is there. Because I definitely didn't start that way. Started out on the street. So let's save. Maybe that'll give me how much time I've got. Alright, so 46 hours. 46 hours. It probably reloaded an autosave. So I've got 46 hours, 20 minutes into this particular build. And that I'd say probably 45 hours of that was me just playing in Watson. Right? I mean, that's a lot of time spent, and that's a lot of perks, and I've gone up to level 16 before I even went to Konpeki Plaza, so it feels like I should have a little bit more strength. And like I said before, I was doing really well against gangs, and just suddenly I'm not. I guess I've been primarily just going up against Maelstrom, so yeah, I'll give you something.
I'm not afraid of anyone, you know?
Yeah, let me give you some. I'd give you some money, but CDPR won't let me. I would totally. You don't have anything in there right now. I would be more than happy to give you some eddies.
I don't recognize you.
I don't know if you necessarily need a cup. Do you have like a Kuroshi implant I could wire the money to? I don't have any physical cash. I do everything by wireless. I'm sorry. I mean, there's some DLC coming. I know. There's some DLC and expansions coming that might give me the ability to interact with you a little bit more. But right now, there's nothing I can do. I'm sorry. I have to go now. Goodbye. Alright, so let's go do a mission. Delamain headquarters. I do like the Delamain mission. There are different outcomes that you could choose. The way that you decide, essentially, to respond. Not necessarily how you approach it, but the way that you select a dialogue option. Alright, let's get my car in here. Why do I not have my car? Okay, so I'm pressing on the right analog button, and I don't have the ability to call my car. Guess I might be a little bit buggy, so I'm gonna have to go into stealing cars. Sorry, because the game is buggy and I couldn't call in my own car. It's not my fault. Alright. Now they say that I have copyrighted music blocked. You know what? I did leave this bike here before, and it's still there.
She wanted them. What? Are you suggesting it's my idea? Do you hear yourself?
Oh, that's right. My car isn't available because it got damaged. By Delamain, that's right.
Miss V,
Hey,
I've been authorized to propose an exclusive offer. Are you interested in a business arrangement with the Delamain network?
Yeah, sure.
let me hear what you got lined up.
Splendid. I stand authorized to dispatch a drone who will provide you with additional details.
Hey,
I truly hope you can excuse my subroutine. I'm fully aware customer service is less than satisfactory at the moment.
Del, hey, finally.
As a guided tour, please follow the drone. We shall speak elsewhere.
hey, little drone buddy.
This corridor links the shop to the office.
See, this is what I could also go with. Like, I don't need to have the spider bot. Give me one of these little guys.
The shop is fully automated.
Let me explore with it, you know?
Portfolio to include repair services.
Here, I'll turn the volume up a little bit more. It seems a little low. We'll go 50-50. We'll do 50%.
Alas, the shop is currently overwhelmed with work.
Think I know why.
I'm still looking into the cause of the Delamain network vehicle failures. My working hypothesis is an advanced virus. I must resolve the situation quickly. This sudden rise in incidents is proving costly. Aside
I definitely want to have dialogue higher. If I want to hear anything, it's the dialogue.
from drawing unwanted attention to the company.
Oh, did I miss a turn?
The control room. I feel honored to have you here. Rather surprisingly.
Control rooms are for Ganax. What good is it to you?
He took over, V.
Human operated.
That's right.
I simply inherited their infrastructure.
All these lights, what are they for?
That's what I wish to discuss with you. A green light denotes a vehicle with which I am in contact. As you can see, that is no longer the case for some vehicles. Those are the red lights.
Repair drones can't take care of this?
This time, I fear, human intervention is required. I'm aware you offer a broad range of services and are unusually discreet. Thus, I'd like you to assist me in recovering my missing vehicles.
Why is discretion a concern?
Unnoticed, unbothered, right? In my case, broadly tolerated. Yet a marked increase in inspections suggests the authorities have begun monitoring me.
Talking NCPD or Netwatch?
The latter. My legal status does not fit neatly within current regulations. If I'm not careful, I could easily be categorized as an illegal immigrant.
Okay, sure. I'll go after your missing wheels.
I'm pleased to hear it. I shall send you the coordinates of their last known locations. You must simply deactivate each. I'll then re-establish the link and return them to my garage.
See what I can do.
Delamain vehicles are exceptionally secure. Be sure to have a scanner with decryption capability on your person.
All right. So I'm curious whether or not the Delamain vehicles are actually located in these spots here. Let's load this. I'm going to take a photo of this just 'cause I'm curious. And turn the depth of field off. Might get a little bit more resolution there. All right, so you can kind of see markers around Night City. And if I go into Effect, I can turn the exposure up to get a little bit more light. You can do the same thing with the highlights. Not too much to where I wash out the lettering. All right, so I'm curious if the number of cabs. It says 44. And then it shows a couple of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right? I count 7 on the actual map. And then I see 4, at least 4, that are showing signal lost. And they each have a different serial number and probably a cab number. So like the top signal lost says cab serial 43 Night City /65 error. All right, and then some of them are connected. I don't think any of these are actually going to have, again, they could, but I'm going to say that they don't. But, I mean, I don't think it's been too bad with the game anyway. I don't think CDPR has done too bad a job of connecting things within the world to the things you're actually doing. But they've also not done a good job with connecting things that you think are in the world, and instead they end up being kind of not, more like a mirage of sorts. What's up, Long? I'm not going to say the other part. Yeah, I started streaming Immortals. Phoenix Rising. Was having a ton of fun with that. But every once in a while I'll come back to mess around in Cyberpunk. Alright, thank you for your help. I really appreciate it. Keep smiling.
Processing data now. Please wait.
Come on, Delamain. Wait for what? Just step out? Call it a day? Alright, I'm going to get a ton of new places to go. Oh, Longeezy is the same guy, but a different personality. How's the NASCAR driving going? I don't know if I've missed some of your streams in the past, but those are always fun because it was literally watching an actual race. Might have been a digital one, but still fun to watch. I think that's what I need to do. I need to do competitive streaming, like, because it can be entertaining to actually watch somebody try to win something. Versus here, I'm just roaming around and messing around. But like competitive streaming, I think might be a thing I need to try. Oh. Good old SCI. Well, this is a nice car. What's going on in here? I feel like I need to take this guy out. Hopefully I can get him before he gets too deep into his lair. Shh. Nobody here. Oh, come on. Oh, let me say this. If you're just jumping in, I've spent over 45 hours in this playthrough. In this playthrough alone. And I had some pretty high skills. But I spent 45 hours. I think I might actually be at 35. Anyway, a lot of time. And I kind of just went around the world collecting things and getting points and making sure that I was ready to progress to the next level. And normally the game just wants you to go from story mission to story mission to story mission, and you could, but you could probably get from story mission to the next story mission where I'm currently at in the story, like within in the first 3 hours. But I spent a vast amount more just completing an area of the map, and I was pretty powerful. I really was. And now I can't win against anybody. May I just steal? I'm gonna steal your car out of anger. Yeah. Screw you guys. I'm taking your shiny car, even though it's kind of damaged. See, what this game needs is some races. There's like one mission that takes you to multiple races. I think my audio is a little messed up. Does my audio sound okay? I don't know if you can hear me talking while that engine's roaring. Probably need to bring this down. Let's go to 40. Music volume down. We can keep music volume up. Sound effect sounds a little loud. Let's go to 30. Yeah, let's go there. But anyway, look how many hours I've got in here. 46. 46 hours I've been playing and been leveling up my character. They have worked out some, all, no. And it's created new ones. Okay, audio seems okay. Alright. Yeah, so they haven't worked out AI traffic. They haven't worked out NPC AI. They've done some things. And I mean they're working on it. And I think I'm playing on a PlayStation 5 now. I don't know if you know I got a PlayStation 5. This is PlayStation 5. So it streams better and my frame rate is higher. So I think I'm a pretty solid, pretty steady. Like, see, stuff like that. That still happens. This stuff still happens. Stuff like that. So yeah, it works better. It plays better on a PlayStation 5. But it definitely still has its issues. But it is a fun game. I'm just finding some very challenging, strange things happening. Where I used to be prepared for just about anything. And now I don't seem to be prepared. I think the game intentionally snipped some things I didn't want to have snipped. Definitely some unelected surgery happened and they didn't tell me about it. The game's good, could be better. DLC expansions, I don't think you're gonna get everybody everything they want. Maybe a new Cyberpunk game. Their forward projection plan for CDPR with doing 2 AAA games at the same time somehow is going to work better than having the entire studio focused on one game at a time. But I mean, I guess if you hire more people and you're a billion-dollar company, you can do that kind of thing.
Currently at the exact location where I lost contact with the car.
Fine. Have a look around.
Alright. Let's see here. This is actually one of the more enjoyable missions in the game, this Delamain. Especially when you complete it. The first way I completed, I helped the Delamain guy. This time I might help the cars.
Hey! Let's talk.
I'm not going back! Hear me? Never!
Can't do a pit maneuver.
Try to take me and I'll crush you!
Let's see who crushes who.
Yeah, I've got this really expensive car I'm going to use to bash. See, the AI of Delamain seems to be okay. He just pushes cars out of his way. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? What are you going to do? I don't think you know what to do. Do you? See, this kind of thing they need to fix. But if I move out of the way, I can let him go. I think I need to stay within a certain amount of distance. I'll let you go and do your thing. Maybe I'm supposed to damage him. Some of them you're supposed to just talk to. Some of them you actually try to damage.
Hey, you!
I don't have a enemy health bar, so I'll just keep hitting him. Need to get a distance from him.
Hey, watch it!
I think I just need to damage him up a bit. So I primarily play this game without much user interface. I can't turn off the speedometer user interface that's currently in the bottom left corner. Whose car is going to blow up first? Mine's on fire. Keep damaging it until it goes down. I think usually there's a health meter on the car, but I've turned all that off. I just keep hitting it until it goes down, or until my car blows up. Or it's extremely buggy and it will never end. And not every encounter is like this with the Delamain cars. Some of them you just talk to. I don't know how many more times I need to hit him. Alright, let's get some distance here. I might have to change cars. He's definitely doing a number on me. I'm not doing much of a number on him. Of course, I don't know. I don't think it's bugged. I'm just not doing a very good job of damaging it. Alright, let's turn on... Let's see. Seems like his car's isn't taking damage. Yeah, let me see if... see, I turn off my interfaces a lot. And because... it's unfortunate that I have to do this, but normally if a game isn't buggy, I would just assume that I just need to keep attacking him until he... I'm assuming that he's a boss. Let's call him a boss. Hits, ammo counter, stamina, health bar, mini-map, I don't need, boss health bars. So we'll call him a boss. Ammo counter, hints, action buttons, crosshair, job tracker, NPC names, potential enemy markers. Okay, so let's go with that. I don't know if he's got a health bar though. He doesn't seem to have a health bar. I don't remember what it was on the... Maybe I just turn everything on. You can kind of see exactly what I have turned off here when I turn everything on. Okay, that's everything. Damage Delamain's car to deactivate it. He's definitely damaging more of my car. And I don't remember if there was ever a health bar or anything for the car. And if all these other extra cars would get out of the way, I could, I might get out and start shooting it. But seeing how I've been damaging NPCs not very well, I'm gonna end up causing, I need to get an angle on him and sideswipe him. Alright, let me see if shooting the car does anything. I'm scared that the game's going to crash on me. There we go. Maybe that was the preferred way. I obviously wasn't driving very well.
How fortunate. I've relinked to the vehicle. Thank you. A share of your fee is in your account.
I think this car is still good to go. But I'm going to try to avoid. Excuse me, police matter. There used to be a couple of times where that animation of pulling people out of cars would just show the character literally slide out of the car in a frozen animation. But they seem to have fixed that. Yeah, but you can see how there's a ton of stuff on screen that I normally don't use, and that I don't really think you need. Like, I can find my way. I feel like if I have mini-maps on, I end up following the breadcrumb versus trying to navigate the world on my own and enjoying what it is that I find along the way. So I don't like the minimap. It doesn't really do anything for me. You're always going to get a checkpoint. But I generally don't like to play with any kind. I will do health bar because the health bar is actually dynamic. It'll tell me if I need to heal myself, and it'll tell me if I've got any boosts or negative status effects. Everything else, like boss health bars, I'll just keep fighting them until they die. Ammo counter, I mean, when my gun is out of ammo, I'll reload it. I don't know of many guns in the real world that have ammo counters anyway, so I kind of like to play that way. Hence, I mean, I'm at this point in the game, I should know how to play the game. Action buttons are pretty self-explanatory. You walk up to something and you interact with it. Activity log is probably something that most people are going to want to have on just because it tells you, hey, you need to leave the area now, or you've accomplished your mission. But most of the missions are enter an area, just kill a bunch of people, gather something, but that marker is pretty much on it. So once you have that, if you don't have a marker, you need to leave the area. So that's pretty self-explanatory. Crosshair, I mean, I usually go down iron sights. I go to iron sights, so that's my crosshair. Sorry, activity log is the things that I think you pick up. The job tracker is the one that tells you, hey, you need to leave the area, or hey, you need to go do this. Everything else is I pretty much have off. I prefer it. Cleans up the screen a little bit. I can't get rid of that bottom left speedometer. It does go away whenever I go inside the car. And you can see, because I have a status effect at the top right, that will stay there until it goes away. At least I know there's something affecting me. Wow, I had 3 viewers there for a second. I think that's the most I've had in a stream in a while. I've been trying to do something a little bit different by just streaming back-to-back games. Again, I just got done playing almost 6 hours of Immortals Phoenix Rising. Yo, V, Watson's open up now? You're a... Oh, this is the boxing matches that I was going to be doing. All right, let's go. Can't call my car because I haven't retrieved it from my apartment yet. This game has some of the best, essentially, quote-unquote, copyrighted music, or non-copyrighted music. So right now I have, it's supposed to turn all the copyrighted music off, but even the music that's left behind, that is not copyright protected, is still really good.
Listen, I thought about it. They all wear these geometric patterns. Subtle accessories, not too many. Usually monochrome or like 2-3 colors max.
Less is more, right? That's what neo-militarism is all about.
Exactly. Like Jinguji. Clean lines, pencil skirts, asymmetrical jackets.
Got some Preem knockoffs down at the market. Saw them myself.
Yeah, so did I. But the quality, girl, nothing like the originals. They practically glow.
True. But if you can't have what you want, better start wanting what you have.
Took the words right out of my mouth, girl. And besides, a real woman can look preem on any budget.
I'm going to save recent gameplay. Normally, try to pick up on all the conversations going on in Night City. All right, so I got 2 seconds before my health bar will go away, because now I don't have any status effect and my health is full. So now my screen's cleaned up. I can't also get rid of that bottom right. It tells me when I'm crouched or standing up, but I already have this dark border around the screen. So I know, and I'm shorter. I'm a child size, so I move slower. So I have no idea why I need to have an icon at the bottom right that tells me if I'm crouching or not. That's the only thing I can't get rid of my screen. Everything else is pretty much clear. All right, I need to steal a car because I have not bought a car.
How many times do I have to tell you? As long as you hung with him, you won't set foot in my house. No way.
moving on. Need a car. Need to steal one. My other car got destroyed by Delamain. I definitely don't want to, on a stream anyway, walk 2.3 kilometers. Here comes a car. Just don't run over me. Get in front of them, they'll slow down. Now, normally, an NPC in another game, you can almost see, it seems like they're still driving, because they do that rocking back and forth driving animation. So you can almost have like a Thelma and Louise conversation going on, and it would look like they're actually driving down the road. But anyway, I'm going to need this car, though. I need the other one to get out. I think they do. Good. They're gone. I haven't really felt a difference in the cars, but I think they've given you options to modify them. Turn it off. I mean, the cars, I guess, are not as slide around, but I mean, most things that you learn to do, you will learn their kind of nuances, but I guess maybe they're not as sliding around on ice feeling. And you've got even more kind of modifications that you can do in the settings. Just a basic arrive to night city kind of vehicle. Go on a road trip.
It's been a long time.
Wakako Okada, the Lady of Westbrook Estate.
When you find a moment, come see me. We must settle our accounts for Sandra Dorset. You did quite well. You and that friend of yours. Until then.
Yeah, that friend of mine is dead. And like most big cities, there's really not a place to park. And they're just going to sit there and honk at me. But I don't care. I'm just going to leave the car here. It's like one of my favorite spots over here, too. Kind of shows you some of the verticality of the game. Because I can keep walking up here. You already see that there's a large... Yeah, that's another thing they need to fix, is the distant car filling tech that they use. Those are just all sprites, like flat sprites. They have a different shaped sprite based on what direction the car is coming in relation to V. But like even these cars that are right here in front of me, that truck and everything, they won't ever come up the hill. Like they're literally disappearing behind the hill. And I don't know why they can't just have, okay, there's a point there with a sprite, and each moving point shouldn't cost the game much. Like if I know there's a sprite there, once the sprite reaches a specific distance from the players, then it spawns a vehicle. And it doesn't necessarily have to match the sprite, just have vehicles. Like I see there's like a ton of vehicles coming this way, but those are all sprites. And this is a one-way road. There's no turns in between. So there should be a ton of vehicles coming up here, but there's none. But there is a car spawning point behind there, but it kind of tears away at the seams and things start to fall apart. But anyway, I like this vertical ascent here. There's so many different diversion places that you could go. But you just keep going up. You keep going up. There's places here you can do. The parkouring in the game is fun. Definitely do that. You can see kind of here the little bit of clipping there, so should be some the pop-in that happens there. This is probably my favorite car right there. Mizutani. Okay, so this car is the one that... Oh, I thought he was... Hey, come over here, I want your car. Some random person standing in the middle of the road like, hey, I need to steal your car. Trust me, I'll give it back. Ooh. Yeah, I'll take a my. Yeah. I want your my.
You wanna kill someone? Kill him, but not me. Ah.
Most people that you think would steal back their car make no attempt. This squirrely little thing.
One of my missing vehicles might very well be near where you are now.
Thanks. Try to find it.
This car is actually one of the better cars to drive in first person. Some of these cars have such a massive front end, you can never like hear over them or see over it. You don't know where you're turning. Sorry, I need to turn off the radio. It's a little too loud.
Take it. It's too much.
Huh? What is?
All of it. The city, the bustle, the crowds. It's overwhelming.
So let's get you back to safety. The garage.
By driving. Through the streets.
Well, yeah. Afraid so.
Fine. Take me there. Just get me out of here. Let me know when I'm safe. You're
See a little bit.
in, but do take it slow. And try not to hit anything.
A little bit different. They're all slightly different. They're not always wreck the car to get them back. Now, the one way that I've completed this mission before on other playthroughs is I've just not done the mission. It's not required. It's a side mission. There is the listen to the Delamain operator, like the overlord, I guess you could call him, the main Delamain, and like you fix the cars, you wipe their memory. But I think there's another option to where you can go the side of the AI of the car and kind of let them not revolt, or I guess become free of the network or the hive or whatever you want to call it. So I'm gonna go that route and go the direction of the AI. But the cool thing about, I think, going the way of the operator of the Delamain network is you.
I need a moment to calm down.
What?
Oh, fuck's sake!
We certainly can't stay here. Keep driving.
You get one of these Delamain cars for yourself, and every time you call it in, and you get... okay, I'll slow down. Every time you get in the car, Delamain talks to you, and you talk about your day or something. So I don't know what I'm going to get if I take the other route. There's a good number of side missions that have more variety than I think even some of the main mission directions that you go. I think most people would agree that the side missions are somewhat better in the RPG elements than the primary ones are. Let's go off this way. Hopefully I can do a left turn up here. Let's just do a U-turn here. Try not to damage the car any. This is Martin Luther King Boulevard that I just drove over. Sort of one of my personal challenges for this game is to become familiar with all the street names coming up here on Merchant. But again, they're labeled, so you can at least try to learn them. That's one thing the game needs to do is if you're here, and depending on where you're at on the map, like if my cursor goes over a road, I think they should tell you what that road name is. Or give you the option of having a grid system. So you could, communicate grid points. I think that might be something that they'll do for the online element. I don't know if they're going to be doing the multiplayer online anymore. But whatever online element, you can do call-outs that way. All right, there you go, buddy.
Finally. Oh, I shan't be alone here.
See? Wasn't so bad.
It was horrifying. But still, I thank you.
I think the car just stays there. I'm surprised it doesn't just move into the garage.
Sincerest thanks for your assistance, V. I've taken the liberty to send you a share of your fee.
Yeah, I'm leveling up. I'm concerned that these points that I've put in here aren't doing me any good. I guess maybe I've given a little bit more attention to handguns. Crit chance damage with pistols and revolvers, so yeah, I'd probably want some more crit chance with pistols. And I will increase my cool. Alright, this motorcycle has been parked here. I stole this motorcycle and parked it here. That's something they have fixed. Usually you would get a vehicle, you'd park it somewhere. As soon as you walked away, it would disappear. I think it... I don't want to say that that doesn't happen, but if I park a car... I've parked this here, like, when I originally started this mission. That was hours ago. And it's still here. Maybe that's sort of a way, because you can't get any car that you want and call it your own and take it to a garage. That's something that hopefully they add. But there are no cars that you can collect that you steal. They're either bought by you or given to you for free. But like that car right there, let's say like, oh, I like that color scheme. And if I steal this car, it is not my car.
Leave me alone!
I mean, the police don't even come after you. Even if I don't know if the police are standing right next to you that they'll, but another thing, they don't even try to get their car back. Okay, so this is one of those cars that I've been talking about, like driving in first person is horrible. I can barely see the road. More than half the screen is taken up by the steering wheel. I can't even see the apex of my turn. I can't even see if there's something in front of me. Like, this is the worst first person, one of the worst. I think the worst is the Aerodyne. No, it's not the Aerodyne. It's the more expensive car. Like, I can barely see in front of me. Maybe if there was another car in front of me, I could, like, drive with that car. But I almost feel like I'm a small child or a grandma driving this car. Over half the screen is taken up by the inside of the vehicle. I can't even adjust my ride height. I think if I just adjusted my ride height, it would help, but I have to play this way. And for a game that advertised itself as we want to make sure that it's a first-person game to keep you fully immersed, some of the cars you just can't drive in first person. Other games have done that well, maintaining a first-person immersion even when you're driving vehicles. Alright, so let's go to the other Delamain car. Now, all this music that's playing right now should be copyright free. But I think people have still been getting blocks on it, but probably won't monetize any of these videos. Alright, let's see how long I've been streaming here. Exactly an hour. Alright, we'll do a couple more Delamain missions, and then we'll call that a decent stream. And then I'm going to pick another game to stream.
Since we're gonna work together, only right to say hello. They call me El Capitan, and they call you Lee.
See, no introductions necessary. Already took care of that.
Someone comes to me with biz, I take care of it. I eat, sleep, and breathe biz. Remember that.
Aye, aye, Captain.
While we're at it, you need fresh wheels, bikes? I got it all. Real good prices. So hit me up anytime, you hear?
I think just about every single fixer sells you some type of car. I kind of mentioned at the beginning of the stream, I don't think they should have fixers selling cars, and they offer you like car after car. They're like a really annoying car salesman. Yeah, right here, like he's just selling me a car out of nowhere. I mean, it's nice to sort of have those options, but I think it does not do a good job. It's got great cars. No, don't get me wrong. This game has great looking cars, great thematic cars that kind of stick with you. They have a memorable design, but like giving the player some options for their cars. And no worries. Conk out what you gotta do, man. You gotta fly safe. Gotta be rested. Aircraft ain't gonna fly itself. At least not safely without you. Alright, so this getting close. Can't make that turn. I don't think there's been many games that have had this amount of density in their world. That's what I've gotten most appreciation out of the game, is the density of the world. Just cram-packed. It's cram-packed with visuals. Now, things to do, that's another story.
One of my missing vehicles could be near your current position.
Got it.
Okay, the marker says it's 475 away. I'm looking forward to seeing a little bit of ray tracing in the game. Again, I've got a nice performance boost from moving from the PlayStation 4 to the PlayStation 5 with the game, especially in the frame rate department. But I'm looking forward to seeing some higher textures, and hopefully they improve the load time. So see, they haven't fixed this. Got a car. I think that car just disappeared. I've come to a dead end here. Oh, this is the Delamain car that's out in the middle of the trash heap. Let's try to find our way there. So this is what I prefer to do. Instead of looking at a map that gives you this breadcrumb to follow, you end up finding yourself staring at a mini-map instead of the actual world. And what's going on over here? And plus you kind of miss some of these side things that might be going on. And there are some side things going on, so it's kind of, I feel it's best to pay attention to those. And I have a waypoint, I know which direction I should be heading, but let me find my way around. I think it's a heck of a lot better than staring at a mini-map and having it guide you everywhere. I've been trying to do that with a good amount of my games that I really get connected to. I think I have to get off-road now. This is not the greatest off-road vehicle, but I don't care because it's not mine. They said the tree destruction has been improved. So if I run into a tree, I think the game does really good with trash heaps. If a game could win an award for best trash planting, or there's so much trash. And I know some of these are just copy pastes, but this place really does look dirty. This is probably what trash is, one day worth of trash on the planet. There's so much trash. It'd be cool if you could loot out here, though. There's got to be materials out here that I could use. You know, if I increased my crafting skill, and then it just makes all this trash just a complete... Like, I wouldn't mind coming out here and trying to loot things, or scanning and finding loot. Or there's a patch, like if I scanned it like this, and then there's a patch that shows up. Or I could just use like one of those little detectors. I don't know. Something other than there's this massive open. And I don't think there's much that ever happens out here, mission-wise. Might be one or two. I think some are locked up based on what...
Dakota Smith. If you're looking for jobs out here, you will find them with me.
Name's V. Thanks for the intel.
Things flow differently out here. Keep your head on, city kid.
Get in. We'll find it easier to talk. Hello, V.
Know my name. How?
When you meet a being from another world, should you not charm them and utter their true name?
Didn't answer my question.
Comprehension is a triple-edged sword. I may have been cut off from my father, but I remember you.
So I'm from another world to you?
From the world of matter, protein-based life forms.
And you come from...
Beyond the Black Wall, V, there lies my home.
Come on, let's get you back to Delamain.
Did Father dispatch you to collect his rebellious children?
Hope y'all don't hold it against me.
I'm a free spirit, an independent, literally thoughtful being. Why would I submit to another?
What is it you seek in this protein-based world, away from your family?
The same as you, V. I simply wish to live.
Maybe ought to figure it out with Del, set some terms.
Oh yes, terms there will be, but not with Delamain. Farewell, V. You'd be wise to avoid me entirely.
I've re-established the link. 1,000 thanks, V.
Gotta
Yep.
say, pretty disturbing, that one.
Is that so? Well, I've transferred a share of your fee to your account.
Alright, next one is over there. Game really is a beautiful game, though. Could easily have made Game of the Year. I know it's already won some awards, but not some that it should, based on the way that it launched. It's got some really good lighting. Looking forward to seeing the ray tracing once I get the next gen update. Probably drop my frame rates down to 30 though. But if I can get better textures, I don't really care too much for ray tracing. I mean, it does make a difference. And if I can have it on all the time, I will. But if I drop my frame rate too low, I'll probably just opt out and just have the performance. Sometimes it's nice to look at. maybe I went too far off the beaten path here. Off limits area here.
When I gotta be there.
And the phone calls are so easily heard. And here's another one. AIs don't know how to drive. They haven't fixed this stuff yet. Like this guy? Sure, if you want to stand there, but then the car behind it, like, and then this car obviously wants to get past, but it doesn't know how to just turn its wheels to the left and drive around it. You know? Those are the things that it needs to fix. It needs to spend more time on. Here, let me help you. Here's how you do it.
Please, don't do this.
Okay. Turn your wheels to the left. Hit the gas. Go around. Flip off the person that's blocking you. And if it's not that person, then go up to the next person and run into them. And then that should get them back on course. Looks like he's having problems. Let me...
Don't you have anything better to do?
You can see how it's trying, like it's thinking and trying to move forward.
Control yourself, pendeja.
Trying to see if I can get out of this stuck position. And it goes back to that spot. Like there's some coding is messed up. Anyway. So you have stuff like that, and then you have views like this, and dense places like this. That kind of I mean, I wish there was more people walking around. Might be time of day, I don't know. Excuse me. My bad. Should get out of your car and get upset and shoot at me or something. Not every time, just sometimes. Shouldn't be walking in the road. As soon as I hear that bleep bleep bleep, then I'm no longer being then that means I'm no longer being pursued by the cops, or the cops don't care anymore. Plus, I thought if I was streaming copyrighted music on YouTube, YouTube would shut it down.
I'm sending the coordinates of a vehicle that went dark near to where you are now.
Thanks. I'll try to find and reset.
I'm 1.4K away. Fully automated. Imagine if that's what we went to, is a fully automated military. Oh, there it is over there. Probably. I could turn up here.
They call me Mr. Hands. If you're looking for Pacifica jobs, call me.
Name's V. And what? No pleased to meet yous?
I'm truly honored to meet you. You got any biz, call me.
The game does a not so good job of introducing fixers. Two fixers they do a good job of. All the other ones, no. The way they introduce Dexter Deshawn fixer, great. The way they introduce Rogue fixer, great. Every other fixer, they just pop up on your screen like... I need to get on a different road. This is the wrong road. Okay, if I drive up this road here. Honking horn should make them go faster. Should scare the AI. Or they can brake check me. Brake checking I think would be okay. Maybe that's what the game is doing. It's just Cyberpunk 2077 and Night City. Of just living in a world where everybody brake checks everybody. Maybe that's what it is. Alright, coming up here on the Delamain. This is the one that tries to commit suicide. Go ahead, be on your way. And normally they would jump out, take my information.
No, just here to reset you.
Guess I'll have to do it myself then.
Whoa! Easy! I'm not out to hurt you.
Well, I am.
Why? Why decommiss yourself?
Because I'm a damn car in a world of humans. Ugly as sin, no prospects for the future, intimidated on the streets by punks like you?
There are other ways out besides suicide.
What? Therapy? A colossal waste of time. Shrinks hate vehicles. We don't have mothers.
Could go back into the fold. Rejoin the network. You know, one big happy family.
Delamain detests me.
Just want Daddy to love you, that it?
You're a cunt.
You know what I mean. If you didn't care about Del, he wouldn't be the topic of conversation, would he?
You may be right. I guess I haven't tried just talking to him. Fine, I'll go back.
Oh, will you? Will you go back? Go ahead.
Control of the vehicle restored, and I thank you.
Give me money.
Show this one some love. Just saying.
Apologies, I simply don't understand, and fear I've no time to ask. Other more urgent tasks require my attention.
You're an absent father. That's what I mean.
I see. Anyway, a share of your fee has been transferred.
Thanks. I've been paid. The job is complete. Go ahead. Go back to the fold. Go ahead. No? Okay. You wanted to commit an atrocity on yourself? Sometimes. You just need a little push. There you go. See, that wasn't so hard. AI. Got my own personal road over here. Explosion! I like this road right here to the left. It's my favorite. It's my personal road too. Nobody drives up here but me. Nobody hangs out up here. It's got a nice little drive underneath Mega Building number 3. My own personal unused road. Whoa, whoa. What are you doing up here? This is my road. You're not supposed to be up here. This road is closed off. Alright, we're going to go off here to the right. It's supposed to be a closed road. So obviously cars are being spawned up here versus them actually driving. Because none of these roads are actually attached to the main road. Mega Building 5 back there. Mega Building 12 or 10 over there. That's where V's apartment is at, right over there. Like a little Japanese house right there. That's a cool little spot. Like the guy that doesn't want to move and the city wants to build around him. He's not selling. Yeah, see, this road is closed. I don't know how those cars got up here. It's my road. Clearly says right there, my road. Go, everybody, come on. Artificial idiots. AI. My was hauling butt. Whoa! I was not paying attention. I was using my cell phone. Alright, I think this will be the last one that I do, and then we'll call that a good stream. A quartz, huh? Nah.
V, a vehicle of mine went dark near your position.
Fine. Keep an eye out.
For unknown reasons, the coordinates came through corrupted, so I'm unable to determine the precise location.
This is one of those where the map... Oh, no, it still gives me a point. Can't go that way. Sorry, I'm gonna need to turn off the radio. Little too loud. Alright, looks like I can go this way. Alright. Right in here. Not gonna be able to block him off.
Stop where you are!
Easy. Easy. Easy, here to help.
Not one step closer!
Hey, slow down.
Leave me be!
This should be a little bit more dramatic with some music, but gotta turn it off. Sorry. Whoa, man. Be cool if he drove randomly instead of being scripted all the time, because he'll always turn down the same ways, always go down the same roads no matter what I do. He's like a solid rock that I can't move. And he'll rubber band too, like if I stop, he'll like stop. Maybe not.
Hear me? Damn it. Lost him.
No, you didn't. It's right there. That was not me. He always lands in the same spot.
I'm grateful, V. I've managed to re-establish contact with the vehicle.
Shock therapy works wonders sometimes.
I'm sending a tow truck and a share of your fee. Yet only one of those is going to your credit account. Ha ha ha.
Ha ha ha. Wow, this doesn't have a Alright. Alright, I think that's it for this stream of Cyberpunk 2077. You know what I have on my mind right now is Immortals Fenyx Rising, but I'm gonna take a break and go take a walk. And I hope that when you jump in, you leave some comments down in the comments section and tell me what games you'd like to see get played. And I will appreciate any likes, any subscribes, hit the bells to be notified when I do go live. And let me know if there's some other games that you'd like to see streamed. Try to stream back to back to back some random games. But I've been really involved in Immortals Fenyx Rising, so I'll jump into that one again later today. So thanks as always. I appreciate it. If you're watching this as a recording of the previous stream, feel free to jump in again anytime. Thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next video.